Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about champagne shade primers. Many of you might already use these and either love or not, but there is quite many products in the market. I have 5 here, so I'll tell you more about how I use them and what the differences between these products. These champagne shade primers are great products to use if you have, for example, very matte foundation but you want a little bit of glow underneath, or for example if you have very dry skin and you want more glow to your skin without any other makeup, for example, or if you have a foundation you want to give a little bit more glow or you want more that kind of brightness to your face, then these products are very good. And most of these which I present are actually primers, so they also smooth a little bit your skin. They might make your foundation last longer, and there is other benefits as well. But let's get started with these 5. 3 of these are marketed as primers and 2 of these are marketed more like an illuminator product. So, but on skin these all basically look the same and the effect is pretty much the same. Let's start with the most affordable one. This is from Essence and this is their Fresh and Fit Awake primer. I would have wanted to get the Milani, this kind of similar products to this video as well, but it's still not sold here in Europe, so I didn't want to order from US. But let's talk about this one. This is, of all the 5, the least kind of glowy on skin. It is also almost most liquidy. There is one which is more liquidy, but this is very thin formula. It's very easy to apply, but because this is very thin, you end up using quite small amount of the product to your face because it's so thin layer. As this is not the most luminizing of all these products, the result is that if you want just a tiny bit of glow to your skin, then this is good. But if you expect to have more visible glowness to your skin, then this is not the right one for you. The shade in this one is quite fair, so this is I would say the fairest kind of these products. They all look very similar on package and on skin, but this is the one which gives more kind of whiteness also to your skin, so definitely not even, I wouldn't say even for medium skin tones. This is for light skin tones, definitely. As far as I know, there is only this shade, so unfortunately this is for light skin. But it is great one, affordable. I think this was something around 5-6 euros. There is some vitamins and cranberry water, so there is some skincare benefits as well. But for me, I like how easy it is to use because it is so thin, and if I want to just give a little bit of glow to my skin and no other makeup, this is something I use quite often. The next one is probably quite familiar to many. This is the Becca Backlight priming filter. They have this one and then the First Light priming filter, which is the purple one. But this is the one which has the champagne shade and there is that kind of glow. There is more glow than what is in here in Essence product, but they look quite similar actually on skin otherwise. So if you want to amp up a little bit of the glow and have that kind of same kind of purely champagne shade glow, then this is a great one. I also have noticed that this does really make my foundation last longer. I wouldn't say that it makes it apply more evenly. I use other primers for that, but this is a product I use on my cheeks, on my forehead, maybe on my chin as well, but not on my T-zone because it's oily. I do love this product a lot. The scent is quite heavy. There is days when I love that scent and then there is days that I really don't like the scent. So you keep that in mind if you are sensitive to scents. It's the same kind of lilac scent than in the purple one. This does have a tiny amount of kind of shimmer in it. I really need to look very closely to my skin to see, and still I am a bit doubt that is there not, but there is just a tiny bit. But don't worry, no one will see that shimmer on your skin. Just because these are very similar, I need to mention that there is that difference. As in, for example, in the Essence product, there is no shimmer. It's just that kind of pearlescent glow. This one also has pearlescent glow in it, but there is tiny bit of shimmer and it is more glowy, and it is very true to champagne shade. So it doesn't have any pinkish glow or purplish or grayish or white glow, but it is really like my skin like shade, champagne shade. Again, this is not a product that I would recommend for deeper skin tones. I doubt that this will look great. It might to some point to medium skin bring that kind of champagne glow, but after that I think it's going to turn a bit grayish or ash toned, so wouldn't recommend to deeper skin tones. But then the third product is where the one that there is multiple shades. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is the shade number 1, which is the fairest of the shades, and I think there is 5 different. So if you have deeper skin tone, you will find your shade as well. This one is, of all these 2 products I mentioned, most glowy for sure. This has a kind of it is leaning to kind of silvery purplish glow. It is champagne shade, but when you move your skin in light, you can see, if you for example compare these two together, you can see that this has more champagne shade glow, and this is more like purplish silvery shade. Again, nothing like that you would see that, oh, you have something purple or silvery on your skin. This one, the effect that this gives is that it is very brightening effect. It's similar to if you use for example, the First Light primer, the purple primer from Becca range, and mix those primers together, then you get this one. But this is more glowy still, and there is no shimmer. Out of all these products which I'm going to present you, this is most even. This is also in different form. This is a doffed application, so this is I'm not sure what I think about this. I always take this to the brush and then to my face anyway, so it's okay, but it's going to be difficult to get all the products out from the package. Of course, the package in this one is beautiful, but also this one is glass package and very similar to each other. These are products that you hardly do use up if you don't use them daily, so that package is kind of pretty but unnecessary in a way. Of all these 3, which are kind of primers, this is the most kind of, as I said, even, and this doesn't, at least on me, I don't feel like it doesn't make my foundation last longer. It only gives that very glowy, brightening effect to skin. If I would be using some of these to give that glow to photography, for example, I would use this one because the effect is so brightening and most visible. But if you are worrying that is it too much, it probably is too much. I would then suggest to choose, for example, the Becca or the Essence one. You can also, all of these are products you can mix with your foundation. So you can use this under your foundation, all over your face, or for example on your cheekbones, on your top of the forehead, for example. Then I have 2 products which are basically illuminators or kind of liquid highlighters, but I personally use them more like a primer or mix it with my foundation. The first one you have seen me using many times is the Lumene Illuminating Drop. There is different shades, and this is the champagne one. Of all these 5, this is most leaning to the pink side. They do have a pink one separately, so this is not a pink, but this is the champagne pinkish shade. This one has a little bit of shimmer, a bit more than the Becca one, but still when you apply it on your skin you're not going to see the shimmer, but if you swatch it to your hand you might see the shimmer and think that, oh no, I don't want to use that. But don't worry, you're not going to see it on your face, or nobody else is going to see. Because this is illuminator, this is more, again, brighter and more illuminating than those three ones I earlier talked about. Yeah, and as it is a bit more leaning to the cool side, it does give you more that kind of cool effect on your skin. I love mixing this with my foundations, especially if it's a tiny bit too dark to me. I might use this instead of a white mixer, just because I get that kind of cool toned glow to the foundation, and then it looks more fresh on my skin. This is something that if you use it only on top of your skin without any other makeup, it does dry quite well. So be careful if you use it, it might leave patches to your skin if you use it all over your skin without anything else. That said, it does stay put really well, so if you, for example, put it on top of your cheekbones before you apply your foundation, it does stay there quite well. Also, if you use it mixed to your foundation, it does make it last a bit longer, because it kind of dries more than kind of, for example, glowy foundations. So that is a great trick with that one as well. The fifth one is also kind of liquidy highlighter, and it's the Becca Shimmering Perfector, and this shade is Opal. This is most highlighty of all these, but I still wouldn't think this as a highlighter. If I want a cream or liquid highlighter, I use other products. This is something I again mix with my foundations quite often, but I also do enjoy mixing this with my moisturizer if I don't use anything else that day, just to give a little bit of glow. As there is different shades in this range, this has most pigment coverage of all these, so you will get that kind of champagne shade to your skin. They have various shades, so you will find your ones, which is, there is something leaning more to the golden side, and this is quite a happy middle, at least on my opinion. So there is something for more cooler tone. I think it's the Moonlight. What I love is that they have different sizes. I have this bottle, they have a pump version which is bigger, and then there is this travel size which is just a small kind of lip gloss package type of thing. So there is something you can start using with the smaller one, and if you like it you can amp it up to the bigger one. This for me, it is, as it is most glowy of all these, I need to be careful not to use it too much on my skin, so a small amount is enough. And also because there is pigment, I need to remember what kind of, what's the shade of the foundation I'm using, because if it's too dark already, this will worsen it. But if there is a foundation which is maybe just a bit too cool for me and too matte, then this is a great mixer, because I get a tiny bit of warmth and then glow to that foundation. Here we have all the 5 products swatched. Unfortunately, this is quite tricky one to swatch, but this one is the Essence Fresh and Fit. Then Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Then there is Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, Lumene Illuminator, and Becca Shimmering Perfector in Opal. As you can see, these do have similar shine, only this Becca Backlight has less kind of glow, and there is a little bit of shade difference. As you can see, this is the lightest one. These two are quite to my skin tone, the Becca and the Tilbury. Lumene is leaning most to the bit pinkish side, and then this Opal is more champagne, a tiny bit too dark actually to my skin tone. But there is differences. These two are products, the Essence and Charlotte Tilbury, that don't have any shimmer, as this backlight has tiny bit of shimmer, and then this kind of highlighting illuminator, these have a little bit of shimmer, but nothing major. These all are products that if you don't, you're not going to see the shimmer on your skin, and nobody else is going to see that either. So these are all very beautiful on skin. They are just different for different purposes. The Charlotte Tilbury is the one that kind of goes most smoothly on skin. I need to blend these others more. This is the one that kind of just glides in and looks like my skin. As for example, this Becca one is very kind of patchy, so you really need to layer it up and smooth it to your skin. These two perform, the Lumene and Becca Shimmering Perfector, perform pretty much as same, and this Essence one, there is less this glow, so you need to apply a bit more, but you can apply it very evenly when you have applied a little bit more to get this kind of result. Here were my thoughts about these products. I know these might be confusing to many, and they do seem very similar in stores, but there is differences. At first I didn't think that there is differences, but after using these products I can see that I prefer different products on different situations and with different foundations and purpose. So you just need to think what kind of product you want, what's your skin type, do I want more glowy, more just a little bit of glow, do I want more brightness, or just that kind of champagne glowy effect on my skin, and choose your products based on those preferences. So here was this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any requests, as usual, leave a comment. Now I wish you have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye.